Mobility test. So the things that I look for in the studio and the things that I invite you to look for within yourself as well. First thing that I look for when somebody comes into the studio is their ability to sit upright without support. Not so much worried about whether the knees go out to the side or not. A lot of people, me included, started like this. But can we sit without using our hands for support? So, are we sitting or are we slouching? Sitting upright, do we have length in the lower back to allow us to, or is that tight? Do we have core strength? So it's going to be to do with the stretch in the back and the strength in the front. The second mobility test relates to our alignment. So take a look in the mirror. Do shoulders sit over hips? And are the shoulders parallel? Or have you got one shoulder up and one shoulder down? Often we're going to be leaning to one side. We slouch when we sit with our arm on an armrest or in the car, or we're dominant with one hand for sport, and then we're tight in the shoulders. So take a really good look at the alignment of the shoulders over the hips, parallel. The third mobility test is about our balance and how good it is. So what we want to do is, can we stand on one leg and place the other foot on top of that foot? So in this case, left foot to floor, right leg sitting on top, and how long can we stay here without getting the wobbles? Eye gaze can be steady, but we want to be able to look around and move around and still have that stability. We're looking at the kinetic chain and how good it is. Don't forget to check both feet, because you might be really good on one leg and not on the other leg. But we want to be able to move and feel like we've got all the stabilizers working. Mobility related to the back. So we're talking about the calf muscles, the backs of the legs, the hamstrings, the lower back, the upper back. Two things to check in with. Can we bend our knees and touch our toes? Coming over, folding at the hips, can the hands come down below the knees? Can we drop the head and look to the knees? Where can we feel the tightness? Where is it coming through? Can we go further? Can we straighten our legs? Where is it tight? Second part, when we bring our hands to around about our knees and straightening our legs, can we get a flat back, or do we have rounding in the upper back? Have we got tightness all the way down through the hips, down the legs? Or can we get that L shape, straight legs, straight back? Take a moment before you come up, and then come up again. Lucky last test is, can we get to the floor and back up without using our hands? It's a classic one for checking in and how gracefully we're aging. So can we come down onto the knees? Can we sit back on our knees? Unless we've got injuries on our knees, then can we sit back? That's another good question to ask yourself. And then can you come back up? And not just on one side, because we'll be dominant on one, but can we do it with both? So come down on the other leg, sit back, and then come back up.